Welcome everyone. Tonight we bring you Ramblecast episode 2. But what is Ramblecast, I hear you ask? Ramblecast is a collection of tangents and additional material we recorded at some point in the last year or so that's never been released before. Sometimes this stemmed from the bizarre conversations that just naturally occur while waiting for someone turning up. Or sometimes in the case of Belry, a tangent that just got significantly away from us and just started a life on its own. Hopefully you enjoy these collection of random conversations we've had in this true insanity that is Ramblecast.
Welcome to On the Spot with Belry and Friends.
Well, welcome to On the Spot with Belry and Friends, where we ask Belry random questions and everyone else random questions, and we get opinions, random discussion, and hopefully put it live for you all to enjoy.
And at some point it'll probably go back to my flashlight.
Is there a place called Checkmates?
No,
It's
when you
because the Australian stereotype is that they say mate at the end of every sentence.
Okay, yeah. Good day, mate.
But I'm not doing an Australian accent, I'm doing a New Zealand accent.
Oh, okay. How are you
Just to
differentiating
really
the
confuse
two?
everybody.
Good to know.
Because he's going to say
Good to know.
hobbits every 5 minutes.
Well, this is like the Concords bit,
Oh,
which
right.
is, Australians say, where'd you park the car? And people from New Zealand say, where'd you park the car? And it's the same accent, that's the joke.
That's the funny part, yeah.
They do it better than I do, because they're like professionals.
Belry.
Like, and they had a TV show and everything.
Belry.
They're also talented and can play musical instruments.
Belry.
Good singers too.
Question for you, Belry. What famous puppets would you invite to your birthday party?
Oh god.
The Cookie Monster.
Was the Cookie Monster even a puppet?
Yes, he was a puppet.
Yeah.
He counts as a
I
puppet.
thought it was a
How
man in a
else do
suit
you
like
think
Mr.
they
Blobby.
moved him?
He
I thought
certainly
it was
got
like
some
Mr. Blobby.
Mr.
Well,
Blobby was more a
sometimes
man
he
in
was a man in
than
a suit,
puppet.
but... Yeah.
Exactly, that's why I'm saying, was the Cookie Monster even a puppet?
Yes, Cookie
It
Monster
is
Yeah,
was
he
a
was.
puppet.
Yeah.
But there is one in the Muppets, I think, that's actually a person in a blue suit that looks a lot like the Cookie Monster, but it's not the Cookie Monster. So, might have mixed it up with that one.
I always liked Beaker. Bunsen and Beaker were always good. Those two dickheads in, like, the gods in the theatre. Like, the gods seating, not like they were the gods of theatre.
So would you invite them
What were
to
they
your
called?
birthday
The
party?
dickheads.
Statler and Waldorf, they were always
That's
my
it, yeah.
favourites.
Yeah, they'd keep everything down to earth. Mr. Snuffleupagus, because I think that would be fun to say when you're drunk.
Okay. Okay. So, any others you would invite to your birthday party, Barry?
Basil Brush for the cocaine hookup. Because he's probably got that going somewhere.
Yeah, he's probably loaded.
Sooty and Sweep, because I just fucking loved Sooty and Sweep when I was a kid.
So, anyone else have any answers that they puppets they invite to their birthday party? Dragon?
See when you said Cookie Monster, that just made me think of Cher, because one of her acts was as the Cookie Monster.
Okay.
She was a professional burlesque dancer. So she did blue wig and like blue eye makeup and stuff. And lots of cookies. So it ended up with like bits of cookies falling out of her outfit and then pouring milk all over herself as the end of the act.
Oh.
What I'm imagining is both confusing and arousing.
Kind of what you
That's
enjoy, though,
Cher.
Barry.
That's basically just Cher.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
I think I'd invite the Muppet Band. They've got the best name
You mean
ever. They're
Dr.
called
Teeth and the
Dr.
Electric
Teeth
Mayhem?
and the Electric. Yes.
Yeah.
Love them. Animal would get his own invite as well, because he was always mental.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would go well.
Lana?
Well, I mean, you said famous puppets, and I could just take the whole Muppet crew. All of them. Because they're, like, hilarious. But I mean, especially Animal. I mean, I think the most boring of them is probably Kermit, but he can come anyway. I love him and Miss Piggy together. They're awesome. I mean, Fuzzy Bear is the worst punner in all of history, but yeah, I love that. So yeah, it's gonna be the Muppets. Definitely the Muppets. And the old geezers on the... Oh yeah, they're hilarious as well. I can't remember their names. I'm really bad at that. But...
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah.
I've got another one that I forgot about. Sprocket the dog from Fraggle Rock.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That'd be one big dog.
So
Yes.
Yeah, the Fraggles were a really good series as well. That was too bad that they cancelled it, or we just never continued. But it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember when I was young, so
Quite liked Madame Trash Pile as well.
yeah.
Could we have Orville, but dragging Keith Harris's corpse around?
Probably.
I think Orville would probably live on.
Spectacularly grim, but
He'd have to
sure.
be covered in his blood, though.
No, it'd just be he's still got his hand coming out of his arse and he's waddling around, but he's just dragging Keith Harris behind him by his one arm.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's definitely on form for you, Belry.
You're such a fucking weirdo.
But I have another question for you, Belry.
Oh,
Would you
God.
rather be a bee or a butterfly?
I'd rather be a bee for the sense of community.
Oh.
How so?
I imagine butterflies get lonely. Also, it's probably pretty boring,
What, being a butterfly?
metamorphizing. Doing the whole going from caterpillar to butterfly thing. I mean, you're sort of stuck there in a cage of your own flesh stuff
So you wouldn't like to hibernate?
as you
is what you're
become
saying?
soup. No, it's not hibernating, they literally turn into soup.
Are we
Yeah,
not
they do.
all just caught in a cage of our own flesh stuff, though, Belry?
Yeah, but
Pretty much.
I don't turn into soup.
Are you
I've only
sure?
got your
I
word
can't
for
argue
that.
with
I've
that.
never met you.
Oh, Belry. Does anyone else got an opinion? Would they rather be a bee or
I
a
don't want to be soup, and that's the main thrust of it.
Yeah, I'd probably just go for a bee just because they're sort of more useful for the
Butterflies are also important pollinators.
They are.
Butterflies are just sometimes pretty.
Butterflies are the painted whore of the animal kingdom.
Probably. The
Alright,
burlesque
you've,
dancers.
you've sold them to me. I want to be a butterfly now.
That's a phrase that don't get used very often, but I do quite like.
What?
Just painted whore. It's just got such a good sound to it. But how often does it come up?
Depends where you go, really.
I mean, even if you're propositioning them, I don't imagine you're going to go, painted whore, get in my car and I'll give you $50.
I'm sure some people do.
Not in quite so many words. As an aside, do you know that the word bucks referring to American dollars comes from deer hides being used as a standard for currency?
Huh.
No, I didn't, but that...
Literally referred to a buck.
In the Bronze Age, it was copper ingots shaped as ox hides. That was the standard form of large currency.
That would be very heavy.
It was.
It's where's that island? It's that little island where your whole currency is one giant
A jet
fucking
engine in
stone.
the background, Belry.
No, it's the boiler.
Yeah. Or it might be the crazy kid I met today when I was coming home from rehearsal. He turned out in front of me and it was going in my direction, but he turned out in my driving field when he turned out. It was can't he drive? And this young kid, and he just passed by, and 200 meters later, he sort of drives up next to the side of me and flips me off, and then shoots away. I was like,
The fuck?
okay, so you're
Well-
a bad driver, and then you turn around and take me over and flip me off? What?
The
It's
appropriate response there is to stick your hand out the window and give the wanker gesture.
I thought you were going to say
the
give
proper
them a
response is
wanking.
just to just don't. Just my friend was with me. I was okay. Young kid that is BMW probably. I'm starting to think that he was high on something because he couldn't drive, but I don't know. It was really weird because we didn't react when he we were just what the fuck is he doing? And then he comes and flips us off. He was no, it should be the other way around for fuck's sake. But yeah.
That
You
is
should have
very-
ran him off the road into a ravine.
It's times like these I actually imagine myself having like a gun and just putting it out on the window and just shooting his tires to pieces. That would have surprised me.
Yeah, we didn't
Well, like those
surprise
spikes, those like chariot spikes that come out the sides of the wheel.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
would have been cool as well.
Those are cool. It's a shame they're not road legal. Did you have like a loud bore exhaust and EDM music blaring as well?
No, I don't think so. I don't really know.
Or is that
It's-
more of an
it's-
English stereotype?
It's really no, the kids here and the cars that the bass is like thumping, so you think the car is gonna like break because like, and the kids are probably deaf inside of the car as well. But yeah, we got that here. This is a little small rural town, and it's just kids in their Volvos that they've modified so they're so low so they can't almost get over the speed bumps, and just playing loud music as fuck and just yeah, we're so cool. And if you get next to the car, they're actually playing like dance band or something like really cheesy.
Yeah.
I just can't picture the term hardcore and Volvo.
No, it's not. You can't.
I mean, one of my mates
When-
recently bought a Volvo like 2 years ago after years of like saying he's going to buy a Land Rover Defender, and he does all these like obstacle courses and stuff, ladders and stuff. And then he's like, yeah, I bought my Volvo, it's so fuel efficient, it's fantastic. And you're just like, what the fuck happened to you?
Yeah.
When they were kids, call speed bumps sleeping policemen.
No.
That's normal.
I just like that.
I
It's
just
very
never really
quaint.
understood the concept of why they were called it.
Because they're like lying on the ground as if they were asleep.
And you're meant to go over them at speed?
Because
No,
they
but
like
they
police
make you
the
slow
speed
down. You know, like people
by
slow down when they see
sacrificing
police
their
at the
own
side of the
bodies.
road.
Yeah.
They sacrifice their own bodies so you can go at slower speed. Did we get an answer?
It's like that in The Simpsons where Homer's on the parade float and all the drunk people throw themselves in front of the float to slow it down.
I see. Did we get an answer from Dragon about Be Your Butterfly?
No, you didn't. Probably butterfly. I don't do well in very large crowds. But then I suppose if I was a bee, I could be a solitary bee. They live longer
Also,
as well. Let's
If
go with
you're
the
a
solitary
butterfly, it becomes soup. I can't belabor that enough.
I'm thinking that Belry might be hungry, but I'm not sure.
No, I just ate some yakitori and some salmon nigiri and some doriyaki, and now I'm eating pork scratching. Crackling rather.
Well, Belry, on the note of insects, if you had to have an insect living in your nostril, what would you choose?
A skin mite. Because it's not problematic for them to live there.
Belry?
Sorry, I'm thinking of insects.
The question does say you can have spiders if you want, if you are a crazy bastard.
No, but John probably
Well,
would.
that's you sorted, Nikolai.
Yep.
John likes
I'd
a
have to have a
spider.
spider. I'd probably end up sneezing out all the time, but yes.
Well, it can come back.
Right. I have like a green caterpillar, so it could extend down and look like I've got a really big like comical snot, and it would be just part of like a gag routine. But oh, it's a caterpillar.
So you'd have a green, hairy caterpillar living in your nostril.
No, not a hairy one like the cartoon ones that are just green.
Right. Anyone else?
Well, I mean, I could go with a dragon. They're insects, right?
They are insects.
Dragonflies.
No, dragons are insects. We had this conversation many times.
Yes.
Have
And you're
think we-
still wrong.
So I would like to have a dragon in my nostril. That would be cool. I could then like sneeze fire. That would be awesome. Yeah.
Okay. And Squid?
I think I'd go with an earwig because it could like hold on to your septum like a piercing. It'd like look like some sort of cool new age piercing.
There's a type of beetle called the ironclad beetle. And as well as having such a strong carapace that in order to pin it to like boards for displays, you have to actually like drill through it. It also doesn't move much. So in like Mexico or Brazil or somewhere like that, they actually capture them and like glue gemstones to them and make them into like living brooches. And it's kind of fucked up.
Are there any insects that smell nice? Because I would quite like one of them, because my boss at work stinks. So if I had something that was like a natural air freshener constantly in my nasal passage, would be quite nice.
I don't really know. I know there are insects that actually smell really bad, but...
I googled nice smelling insects. And the first sentence that comes up are, stink bugs are a classic example of insects that produce pungent chemicals.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, it's probably still better than my boss.
Oh, there's a type of ant that produces a pleasant lemony aroma.
Yeah.
Hence the nickname Citronella.
So
Citronella.
is that when it's angry and defending itself, or is it that when it's in a pleasant mood? Because I mean, ants otherwise when they're angry is not really nice. No.
You don't really want an angry ant in your nose, no.
No.
I mean, ideally you wouldn't want ants in your nose at all.
No.
No, but apparently we
No.
need to pick some kind of insect.
Yeah, and ants are for your pants.
Yes, the lemon scent is when they feel threatened or stepped on.
Cool.
Or stepped on. So if you ever like...
Well, I imagine being stepped on is pretty threatening.
Feel stepped on.
You stepped on,
No.
yeah. Oh,
When
sorry,
they
Am.
are-
I stepped on your
When
toe.
they feel threatened or are stepped on.
Well, let's
Okay,
sort
so
of
you
merge
just-
that into a part B question. What scent would you emit when you were stepped on in a perfect world? Belry.
It would depend what I've had to eat, really.
No, you could choose whatever scent you
Before.
wanted.
Yeah, perfect world.
Perfect world. You can choose whatever scent you want when you're stepped on. Or think you're being
Probably
stepped
something-
on.
Probably something unpleasant, because I would want them to stop stepping on me. But not a flaming bag of excrement, because that would make them step on it more, if cartoons have taught me anything.
And they have taught you a lot.
They have.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't know. What is a
All
smell
of the
that...
characterizations.
What is a smell that people's initial response would be, I shouldn't step on that?
A skunk, perhaps?
Dog shit. There we go.
Okay.
You would admit a smell of dog shit.
Yeah, specifically like really fresh dog shit. Like it's just come out. Because that's
But
like,
that
you don't want to
means
step in
that-
that.
The person who is most likely to have to smell that is you.
Why no, because I can't step on me.
No, but
No,
when
but you'll
I
smell
don't
it
have
every
the
time someone
dexterity
to
else
admit the
does.
smell.
Yeah, but then it'll stop people stepping on us, and so at least I won't be getting stepped on.
But then you'd have to smell like that for the rest of the day.
Right. Are we saying it's a specific response to being stepped on, or any sort of pressure that would simulate being stepped on?
Yes, but you will
'Cause those
end
are
up
two
smelling
different
like that for the rest
questions.
of the day. Because we wear clothes unlike animals.
I can change my clothes.
Not if you're at work.
The thing
I
is
can
that
take
you
my
get used to the
clothes
smell.
off.
You get used to the smell really quickly, then you won't notice it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's cool.
So does anyone else have any answers to that question?
Yeah, I would probably go with a really, really nice smell. Like the smell of a gin and tonic in the morning.
But that would encourage people to step on you more.
Yeah, they can try.
And I mean, if that's what you're into, by all means, I'm not here to judge. But also, I feel like gin and tonic isn't really a morning smell.
No, it's not. It doesn't
You're
smell
not.
really
You're
much.
not doing
as
it
well.
right.
No. I had a girlfriend once. She had a small little, I think it was a whippet. And this dog actually really enjoyed eating the cat's sort of food. And it wasn't dry food, it was wet food. And the fucking fart that dog made after that, that was fucking horrendous. So that smell would probably what I would go with. Nobody would never even step on me again. Never, ever, ever, ever. It was horrendous. I mean, if human farts can smell bad, oh no, this little dog's fart, it was like, oh my god. Ooh.
So, whippet farts, but only after it's eaten cat food.
Wet cat,
No,
wet cat
it's-
food, yeah.
It's because it's eaten too much protein. That's the reason.
See, after these conversations, I think I'm going to have to leak the smell of petrol, because I like the smell of petrol, but it will nevertheless worry people that there's a huge stench of petrol emanating from it.
That's a very good point, yes.
That would work.
Yeah.
In fairness, if we're not like doing this as an insect, if we're just ourselves, I'd be perfectly happy with something like nice, like vanilla. Like actual proper vanilla, because I don't really care if someone steps on me. I'll kick the shit out of them, so it's fine.
Kick them in a calming way that makes them feel relaxed.
Yeah. Just make sure that it isn't like me or Belry doing it, because then it will sound really bad when you.
Oh
yeah.
When you beat them back
All
and they
I'll
start
make is vanilla, so it's fine.
Vanilla shit.
It'd be really
Vanilla
awkward.
Yeah. The new
It'd
ice
be really
cream
awkward if someone like stepped on your toes. Just like in a crowded like gig or something, and someone steps on your foot. And it's like, oh, I swear that's not me.
No, it's more like, I mean,
cloud.
You mean Belry?
A
It's
visible
perfect
stench
because
cloud.
if you're like in a concert and it's really tight on space, and it's like somebody steps on you and you get this whole area of space around you for yourself, it's perfect.
Step on your own feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but then if you go to like a festival, like pretty much everyone's already on that level after like day 3.
Probably.
So you're just adding to it.
Yeah. But we'll just bring Dragon and she can like spread some vanilla as well, so yeah. It's like, you know, these really bad air fresheners that people use in the toilet. I fucking hate that. It's like sweetly mixed with poo. It's like, why?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
horrible.
I rather prefer just the poo stink than the fucking poo stink combined with that sickly smell. It's like,
Yeah.
I remember.
So I don't go. Why are you
I don't
supposed
get
to
it.
like? Why are you supposed to light a match?
Because
It's
Because that is meant to burn off the gas that smells.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember when I was working
And
in
then you can-
nursing, there was a ward sister who had a habit of walking from one end of the ward to the other, holding an air freshener on, and all you could hear is. This lasted 3 minutes till she'd walked all the way down and back up again. The place stank like air freshener, and I felt sick almost every shift.
Yeah.
Just
And after that, you called her sister.
after that, I called her a cunt because she was. She was the one that used to stand at the window of the ward and look out at the car park, and if she saw a fox, she said, "I aim for them if I'm driving home because they're cunts."
Ooh.
She was a fucking bitch. Absolute fucking bitch.
What would you use for smell if somebody stepped on you?
I don't know. I have no idea. Something beautifully hallucinogenic.
What, you mean like the Strawberry Lacy's hand wash you have?
Yeah. That would be amazing. Because they would just be like, what the fuck is this? And then you could just sort of get away from it.
Make sure you save some for when like we come up for tabletop,
Why?
because it sounds fun.
It's fantastic. Carricks do like, it's like sweet flavoured hand wash.
Are you
You had like
supposed to eat
Strawberry
it?
Lacy
Oh,
and
yeah.
cola bottles.
And
Yeah, someone at my
jelly
work
beans
randomly
and
got cola
double
bottles.
That's like problematic because you don't know if you're going to wash your hands with or eat it.
That's actually like, who was the guy who was like, I'm going to make novelty soaps that look exactly like food.
You can
Well, that
get a
strikes
pack of
me
cigarettes
as-
and
What
Alison
people I
for
think.
10 quid.
They probably said what people want their hands to smell like, and they went, "This'll probably do," and they'll be like, "Yeah, that'll do."
Yeah, but like, think of all the children that go and go, ooh, sink chocolate, and try and eat it and either be A, horribly disappointed at best, or B, like, have to go to hospital.
Can't be worse when they had to change the liquid alcohol in hospitals to add that moisturiser to it, so one, it stopped people drinking it, and two, it tasted worse.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Not
Apparently
just
in
the
Russia,
hospitals.
they do drink, like, hand sanitizer and...
I've
like
seen
aftershave on the
someone
reg.
drink hand sanitizer. Like when I was on the
used
ward,
to
one of the patients
read
nicked a
every
bottle of
app.
it and was trying to neck it, and watching one of the nurses try and get it back off him. Because he was in for the DVTs.
goodness.
It's not the result of drinking too much of that is not very pleasant either.
No.
I wasn't expecting it to be good.
But it's clean.
It's clean and it's alcoholic, and that's what they want.
I've never seen a stool sample so sterile.
Yeah. So,
That was apparently my impression of a nurse.
it's alright, I took the dresses taken down. And final question for you today, Belry. What is the most unbreakfasty food you can comprehend?
Like just in general, or like that I have had for breakfast?
Well, let's do both. What do you think is the most unbreakfasty food you can think of?
Probably like something with butternut squash in it.
How's that?
Like squash doesn't strike me as very breakfasty. It's too much effort to cook a squash.
I had squash in the chili I had earlier. It was lovely.
Yeah, but would you have that for breakfast? Like, right,
Well, it
okay,
was my
chili
first
doesn't
meal,
count because
so
you have
yeah, it
leftover
was.
chili.
Technically, it was
It's
my
not
first meal, so
breakfast
yeah, it
if
was
it-
breakfast.
No, first meal isn't breakfast.
Yes.
Like what the meal is, I would say, is related to the time of day you have it.
Well,
Nope.
the whole point of breakfast is
Like,
you're
I
breaking
very
the
rarely
fast,
eat.
Belry, so you're having the first meal.
But I very rarely eat breakfast.
The first
But my
meal of the
lunch
day
isn't
is always
breakfast, my lunch is lunch.
Well, I mean, you're breaking the fast, so the first meal
the first
you
meal
actually
is
eat on the
technically
day.
breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, so I had like pizza for breakfast at 1800 hours
I
yesterday.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
but then that definition completely ruins
The
the
question.
discussion and renders it moot because any time of day can be breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking like
yes.
I'm thinking like a gorgonzola for breakfast. That would be really weird.
That would be really weird, yeah.
I have had like a baked camembert for breakfast, so I mean I can't really.
Only you
Yeah,
could
well,
have that,
yes, that's a
Oh.
camembert. That's not a gorgonzola.
That's a breakfast cheese.
Yes.
It was a whole camembert, mind.
A breakfast cheese, you say? So what is a breakfast cheese, Belry?
Probably whatever you'd put in like an omelette, so like a sharp cheddar, maybe a little bit of mozzarella, a Leicester, maybe maybe a bit of Gouda. Nothing too strong, nothing blue. Blue I wouldn't say is a very good breakfast cheese.
No.
No,
Or green.
Edam's
Or
a
green.
snacking cheese.
Right.
Tell me I'm wrong that Edam is not a snacking cheese. What else would you do Edam with?
Well, Baby Bell's Edam, isn't it?
Exactly. And what do you do with Baby Bells? You
Throw it at
snack on
people.
them.
The only thing I would disagree with that is Edam's damn good in a ham toasty.
It's not a very good melter though. It doesn't melt well.
That's partly the thing
And the
that
reason
works
it's
with
good.
it. Yeah.
No, I like a melty cheese.
Well, like a sort of mozzarella.
Yeah, but
Mozzarella is
Mozzarella-
pointless. It doesn't taste anything.
Doesn't
It's
it?
just
the,
useless.
the purpose of mozzarella is to absorb other flavors, which is why it's eaten so often with like things like tomato or basil, or
I know.
similar sorts of things. So like if I ever use mozzarella, I'll always mix in other cheeses with it as well, like because it does give it that nice texture.
It's just texture. I actually had buffalo mozzarella on the cruise I was on, and it was like, imagine you get a plate, like a soup plate, with a big chunk of what looks like a big ice cream ball, and that was the mozzarella. And there were some, I think it was some small like cherry tomatoes and some might be an olive oil or something in it like that. But I mean, it didn't taste anything. But it was just like, it looked like a fucking big ice cream chunk. I was like,
It's like
okay,
like
yeah,
That's proper mozzarella.
Yeah, I've had bread.
Yeah.
it's like the
I was-
easiest cheese to make as well. It's just like heated curd.
yeah, it didn't taste anything. It was just texture, nothing else. But the tomatoes were good. So yeah,
Mozzarella's good if you like bread it and give it with some sort of like quite strong salsa.
I had a sticky toffee cheese once.
Only you could have had
What?
sticky toffee cheese, so that's Stilton, I imagine.
Yeah, it was like cheese with but like sticky toffee cheese. Like it was bought for me as a gift. And it wasn't very nice, I'll be honest. But
This just strikes me as one
It
of those
was
gifts
novel.
you gave at the same time as your fleshlight.
And we're back.
About 4 years.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What in the discussion of cheese brought that to mind?
Is this like 6
Well-
degrees of Kevin Bacon, but like 6 degrees of Belry's flashlight?
There is one kind of cheese that is sort of related to things you can put in a flashlight, but yeah. I don't know if it's called that in England though.
Cornflower cheese, mate.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah.
Right. Just because I made maybe one of the sauces I made, yes, was probably I probably used some of it to make cheese sauce once. It's perfectly viable cornflour.
Jesus Christ.
Is it the correct grade cornflower, Belry?
Probably.
We never established if it was food grade corn flour.
I mean,
Well, it doesn't say anywhere.
He's not died or has suffered serious illness, so it
That
can't
we
be
know
all
of.
bad.
Well,
I mean, I did break my arm 3 weeks ago, so that might be in it.
It might have
I
came
don't
back
Due
that
to
way.
eating non-food grade flour.
Makes your bones better.
So how is your arm now, Belry?
Still broken.
Yeah, okay. Still in a cast?
Yeah, it's just they can't cast it because it's the elbow that I fractured.
Oh, so you miss
So
out?
if they cast it, like it stays that way. Yeah. So if it stays there, no, patella's the kneecap.
Huh?
yes,
Uh,
it is.
Mitella.
Kneecap.
But
Yeah, well,
patella.
what do you call it when the sling you have around your neck to have
Sling.
your arm? You call
Just
it
a
sling?
sling.
Okay. It's called a mitella in Sweden.
Oh, I thought you said patella, which is the kneecap.
Ah.
No, so I just thought it was like a universal language, but yeah, a sling then. Okay.
Yeah. I was really impressed though by like sling technology. 'Cause, like this thing's like made of nylon. It's got like straps and loops. And back when I broke my arms when I was like 20 years ago, all it was a bit of foam and some bandage.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Yes. So all you need to go now and get a Jägermeister, and then you can do a slingshot. And I think that is like cue the music, and let's
Yeah.
get on with it.
Alright, Belry, can you just...
Yeah, I've drank most of my bubble tea.
Did we get an answer from Dragon or Squid about the most unbreakfasty?
No, we didn't. Let's hear it.
I've eaten some truly heinous stuff for breakfast because I was pitched for about most of my 20s and 30s.
Yeah, I don't keep regular eating habits, so it could be anything. It could be any kind of food. What would be my least likely to have for breakfast?
Yeah, what would be the weirdest one that you can imagine?
I think probably
Haggis?
oysters.
Spaghetti would be pretty
Definitely.
fucked up.
Or that weird
Shellfish
lobster
or
woman, yeah.
haggis?
Haggis works not bad
I mean,
as a breakfast.
I-
You can get it in the haggis like slices and stuff.
I've had leftover spaghetti bolognese on a slice of pizza before for my breakfast.
Right. Leftover bolognese sauce on toast is actually really good.
Yeah.
Now that I think
Yes.
about it, but just the spaghetti's not appropriate. But I do imagine haggis would
What?
work quite well in a similar vein to like black pudding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
haggis you can
absolutely.
get haggis
It's
from
really
breakfast and
nice.
stuff.
Yeah.
Can't tell if that was a tasty noise or a ugh noise.
Ew. Nasty stuff.
I made some really nice chicken stuffed with haggis and black pudding a while ago. It was very tasty. Also blue cheese.
Is that not the Balmoral thing with the weird whiskey sauce stuff?
Well, I made like a whiskey sauce.
Hunter's
Hunter's
chicken, I
chicken.
think it's called.
Hunter's chicken is cheese
Bacon.
and bacon and barbecue sauce.
Ah, okay.
I don't know what I made. I mixed up some black pudding, some haggis, and some blue cheese, and then a bit of whiskey to like wet it down a bit, and then I stuffed that in a chicken, and then I cooked it and put whiskey sauce over it.
Is it not Balmoral that's
Ah, yeah. You're right, it's chicken Balmoral.
No, because I invented it.
Is it the
I
Belry?
invented it.
The Belry chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Invented it.
Chicken Belry moral.
Balmoral.
actually-
Common mistake.
I think you actually have to be your imaginary son. What was he called?
What, sorry? Oh, shit, what was it called? Drumstick.
Yeah, drumstick. You have to call it drumstick.
But it was a chicken breast.
Hello, that works. Doesn't matter. Oh, here we got Ash. Welcome,
Right.
Ash.
Belry, can you just
Lovely.
come up with a title for what we're going to call this and just say it, welcome to, and that, please, so that I can just call it that when we put it live. What would you like your Ramblecast
Welcome
be
to
called?
On the Spot with Belry and Co.
Alright, say it properly when I'm not talking over you then.
Welcome to oh fuck. Welcome.
Fuck, yeah.
Welcome to On the Spot with. Welcome. Sake. Welcome to On the Spot with Belry and friends.
Well, welcome to On the Spot with Belry and Friends, where we ask Belry random questions and everyone else random questions, and we get opinions, random discussion, and hopefully put it live for you all to enjoy.
And at some point, it'll probably go back to my flashlight.
Yeah.
Like all topics do.
Like all topics do.
Final quick-fire question to end on, Belry. What celebrity would you like to stroke your hair as you die?
Ooh, someone with soft hands. Who has soft hands? Do you know, actually, Hugh Laurie, he could sing to me, because he's got a nice singing voice.
So you'd want Hugh Laurie to stroke your hair as you died?
Yeah, I imagine Hugh Laurie has a soothing voice, and I imagine he has soothing hands.
Okay. Anyone else have any opinions?
I'd like to be cradled by the mighty Joe Young, the big gorilla from the film in the 90s. I think same thing, be quite comforting. I've never touched a gorilla, but I've always imagined they have very soft hands for some reason.
Dragon?
I have no idea. I find the thought of that somewhat creepy.
What, like you're just on your deathbed and like a hand, Mr. Tickle style, reaches through the window?
Oh, of course, Mr. Tickle, that's the better one. Yeah. Have a laugh.
Oh,
Tickle you as you're on your way out, yep.
Just a sort of horrible, long, wiggly arm with a hand.
He always said he wanted to die laughing.
Yep, that would work. You have an answer, Dragon?
Does Mr. Tickle count as a celebrity though?
no, I don't have an answer.
You might do. I mean...
No less so than the mighty Joe Young.
I would ask Ash if she's got an answer, but I don't think she knows what the question is.
No, I think I missed the question, sorry.
Which celebrity would you like to stroke your hair as you died?
I don't know, I'm not really into celebrities particularly.
Well, considering we've had Hugh Laurie and the mighty Joe Young, it's not really,
Mr. Tickle in parentheses.
and Mr. Tickle as well.
I'd have to go with the picture Dragon put in the Discord, I think, of the local celebrity, the fox. Foxy
Local-
Bruce Foxton.
The local celebrity of
It's in the
Foxy
di- it's in the-
Foxton.
Yes,
He's rather adorably looking.
he is
And
gorgeous.
she's referred to him as a celebrity, so should count.
Okay.
What about the fox from Foxy Bingo?
No,
He's like a
he's-
proper celebrity.
Would you want to have your hair
that's a-
stroked by the Fox and Foxy Bingo?
I don't
I
know,
mean, it's
she's
a
quite
fox
cute.
and it has hands, which is more than you can say for most foxes. Like, when the advert comes on, I often think to myself, there's a fox with hands.
I would probably
I
just
think
go
that's
with
the
John
point at
Cleese.
which to stop.
Yeah.
Well, we ain't doing Ronaldo's answer.
Yeah, John Cleese or any of the Monty Python gang, just because they're fucking hilarious. You could probably tell me a good joke while I'm dying as well, so. Or do a nice little skit or something while he's stroking my hair. So, yeah,
Okay.
that would be awesome.
Have a answer
They'd
from Dragon
probably
to
be
end
dead
on?
by then, but yeah.
I'm going to copy Ash and say my local Fox celebrity. He's adorable, and there's videos and everything of him.
What the fuck is that, Belry?
No. No. Not
Foxy Bingo guy.
Bingo Bot.
Belry.
To be fair, I would quite like to be able to pull off a suit like that.
Right. Well,
Which is not to say I would like to pull off Mr. Foxy's suit. I would like to think I could get away with wearing a similar suit. It does a hell of a collar, man. It's a very like power collar.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice suit. And I love it how the random ducks are coming in as well for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like, oh, there's a duck. Okay. There's a lot of people and a duck.
Because even
like,
the
what the
ducks
fuck?
like bingo.
Yeah. It's
I think
like
the
duck,
ducks
duck,
are a
go.
metaphor for people who like bingo.
Might be.
I've decided I quite like the like sort of coloured leather jackets thing, so I kind of want to get like a purple one next.
Purple
That would
leather
be
jacket.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that would
want,
be awesome.
Do you want to be a pimp?
I mean, legally, I have to say no.
I mean, you've got that hat that you got at Dragon Mate.
Yeah,
You
it's not
totally could pull off
really.
the pimp look, Belry.
It's not really a going everyday outside hat though.
If you start buying a cane after it, then yeah.
I own 2 canes.
Who do you think you're talking to?
True.
So one of them
Let's
was
imagine you
for
going
Hall-
out in that hat, a purple leather jacket, and a cane now.
Well, one of them was for my leavers dinner when I was finishing A levels, and it's sort of like a half-length dress cane. And the other one I got it for like a Halloween costume, but I was like, if I'm going to buy a cane, I may as well buy like a proper cane.
We've had bad cop Belry, now we're undercover cop in the role of a pimp Belry.
Yep.
Oh, I do miss Bad Cop Belry. Bad Cop Belry was
And I-
fun.
Belry.
Oh, what?
I enjoyed tonight immensely, but I think I was a bit shell-shocked for most of the episodes.
So, I was at work last night, and I was doing the lockup, so it was quite a late night. And I had a couple of the locals who came in on the Saturday night. We're discussing pub quizzes, actually. And we're discussing, like, different levels of questions and how you need to set them properly. And one of the guys came up with an example, and it was, what's the lowest score you couldn't get on a dartboard with 1 dart? And I took it the wrong way, and I was like, this is a really ill-defined question, like, does it have to hit? You know, like, he didn't specify 1 dart at the beginning.
22,
like,
isn't it?
23 were worked out, because it would essentially be the lowest prime number above 20.
Yeah, but what gets you 22?
Double 11.
Double 11, yeah, because it goes
Double
up to
11,
20.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
essentially it would be the first prime number after 20.
Yeah.
Which is 23. But I had like not a meltdown, but you know when like I get really annoyed over something petty.
Yes.
I had one of them. Like just trying to like figure out like yeah.
I mean, I had to write one for someone a while ago, which was entertaining. There's things that
Well,
you ask someone like,
I
what do
feel
you
like-
want in your pub quiz, and you say, they just go, oh, give me some weird, bizarre shit, and you go, alright, okay. So you ask them things like, you know, what's the average mil of a squeeze of a cow's udder?
Well, you can
They just
have
look
that.
at you like, fuck.
You can have that dartboard one for free because I feel like that's actually probably quite.
Yeah,
a
it's
good
actually
one.
quite a good question, yeah. I don't think if I remember any other ones off the top of my head.
I remember when I was doing the pub quiz at uni, the question was, what was the first film by Disney? And I think when he wrote it, he meant
Like-
feature film.
It's like Rob Roy or something, isn't it? Like weird little...
Well, it's Steamboat Willie,
that was it.
I think. But when he wrote it, I
Well,
think he
the
meant
first
feature film.
full-length animated is Snow White, obviously, but
Yeah.
It's
that-
Pinocchio, isn't it?
I think...
No,
No,
Snow White.
Snow White.
Either way, point is, the answer was Snow White or Pinocchio or whatever. But he didn't say feature-length film or full-length film.
Well,
And so-
feature-length film, I think, is something like Rob Roy or something like that.
Yeah.
There's actually been a couple of live-action films before that,
So-
but...
yeah. So
Half of
my
us really
ex and another guy who we were doing the pub quiz with, who were really big Disney nuts and were quite drunk at this point, got really mad and started calling me a fucking idiot across the bar.
As you do.
It was absolutely hilarious. So we've been doing them every month for the RNLI, because obviously it's by the beach and there's an RNLI service, yeah?
Yeah.
And the theme of last month's one was love, which fair enough, it's February, and weather.
Weather.
Yeah, which struck me as an odd thing to go with love, and also an oddly specific one.
Fair
But
enough.
what fruit is sometimes referred to as a love apple?
Plum?
Many things, really.
Apparently it's a tomato.
Huh.
Never heard that before.
Me neither, because it's dumb.
Sounds more like something they sell on Love Honey.
Oh, not funny. I forgot you had just got past the episode where we did the
Yeah,
Thanks You Love Honey.
just
Which episode was that? Was that
That was
17 or 18, I
17,
think.
18, one of the end
17?
ones.
Yeah.
When are we going to get sponsored by them?
I would
I mean,
happily get
I
sponsored
already-
by Love Honey.
I already have my yearly appeal to Crunchyroll. Do I need to start an appeal to Love Honey as well?
Appeal to Love Honey, we'll do a new podcast. Be a laugh. Sure they'll sponsor us. Send us this and Belry will tell us why it was wrong to use it.
I'd just retweet that episode and tag them in.
I didn't say it was wrong.
Just retweet
I
the
just
episode,
was
just say
like-
thanks Love Honey and just see where it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
What are you eating?
Hello. So, in our traditional Belry Eats takeaway segment, I ordered what initially didn't sound like that much food to me. I imagined it being much smaller. It's a box that contains, well, it's a 10-inch pizza box, it turns out. Which is, say, a box for a 10-inch pizza, not the box itself is 10 inches. But it has 4 chicken wings, 4 chicken strips, 6 onion rings, 6 the things that they put
Mozzarella
vegetables
sticks?
in and wrap.
Spring rolls.
Spring rolls,
Spring
yeah,
rolls.
those. 6 mozzarella sticks, 6 jalapeno bites, and 6 garlic mushrooms. And also, I didn't think that sounded like that much food. Like, in my mind when I pictured it, it wasn't that much, so I also ordered, like, a chicken burger. That also apparently had chips. And so
it's a
I,
10-inch munchie box.
sort of, but like a munchie box in my mind's like a pizza, some kebab meat chips, and then like other gubbins, but this is just mostly gubbins.
Munchie box
And also
up here
munchie
is typically a
boxes up
lot
here
of
do not have
kebab meat and
pizzas
then
in
like
them.
lots of akora.
I'm in turn. Sorry, forgive the jalapeno bite mukbang. But I maintain that they should make like a munch box that's got like curry in it.
As I maintain to you, curry is so varied of what people actually would have.
But yeah, but you just put
More
like,
often
you know,
to
like
be
when you...
liquidy as well.
Well, it'll be in a box.
It would be a tiffin rather than a munch box.
It
Sure.
would.
Whatever that is.
Oh, honey.
I don't know what tiffin is. But like, if you're going to do it in a munch box, it wouldn't be like a fancy curry. It'd be like, you know, when you go to the Chinese and you just ask for like a chicken curry. Just be that.
No, I don't get curry from the Chinese. I will go to the Indian takeaway to get curry.
Chinese food's great. You should go to that Chinese place. Also, while we're on recording, I will tell you the story of when I bought a new phone a couple of days ago. Saturday. So I've been needing a new phone for a little while because the battery's gone completely tits up. And so I was like, I have to go to Argos anyway to pick up the thing I bought for my mum for her birthday on Sunday. Sorry, pardon me. I didn't think it would be appropriate to catch the birth on metaphorical film. There's also an EE shop attached to that Argos, and I am with EE. So I was like, I'll have a look at the phones. And so after a little bit of deliberation, I bought a Pixel 3a.
Is that a
I
magic
took it
pixel,
home.
Barry?
No, it's not a magic pixel. But yeah, Dark Souls jokes from that no one will get. But yeah, so I took it home and I plugged it in for like an hour. And it's like it just wasn't taking a charge and it wouldn't turn on. So I take it to the shop, and after 5 minutes the shop person's like, it's proper fucked. I'm like, okay, what are you going to do about it? I'll call my manager. I'm like, do you really need to call a manager for this? I was like, oh, fine. Essentially, it took them an hour to do an exchange. And I'm like, that's kind of ridiculous.
Holy
That's my
shit.
story.
So
Yeah.
what you're
But
saying
now I have a
is
phone that works.
EE weren't good to you, Belry.
Like, EE is a good service. I don't want to disparage EE. But this particular person who worked in this particular EE was terrible and incompetent.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
That is
on that
the-
with the repairs department. My other half sent the tablet away that had just, the screen had just become unresponsive to get repaired. And it brought it back, and all the case has been broken with a lot of sharp points sticking out, which is not very good when you have a kid.
No,
It's not
It
as
wouldn't
bad.
even switch on at all because the way they dented the case meant that the on button was permanently pressed in, so it wasn't even switching on.
It's not as bad
Jeez.
as Curry's PC World, who, when one of my exes took her laptop there because it was still under warranty and said, look, the power cable has, like, sheared, like, the pin is snapped. Everything else is fine. Can I just get a new one of them? It's under warranty. They went, no, we have to send your laptop away. And she went, but it's just the pin. I just need a new power pack. No, we need to send your laptop away. Why? Oh, we just do. It's just policy. We just do. Fine. So she gave them the laptop because she was just frustrated to death with it. And it came back with jam prints on the keyboard and fingerprints on the screen.
What the fuck?
And then after 6 months, it suddenly stopped working. And she was fucking livid.
It probably jammed. So, I've just found another chicken wing hidden under the other chicken wings. So it turns out there's 5 chicken wings, and I think that is the time, that's the point where I have to stop now. I can't eat 5 chicken wings.
You will not forget tonight's award for finishing your dinner.
I should have took a picture of how much food this was, and you would be like,
No ice cream for
"No,
me
you have done
until you clean your
admirably."
Yep, no dessert.
Well, technically, there's no plate because it came in a box.
Damn you and your technical wizardry.
2-year-old has a novel approach to making sure his plate is always empty. When he's finished and doesn't want to eat anymore, it gets put on the floor.
Helpful?
With malice aforethought, because he looks at me, picks up the crust of his sandwich or something, grins, and throws it down on the floor.
Subtle.
Naomi
Very,
does a
very
similar
subtle.
Naomi does a similar thing with juice. Like if she's like, I'm thirsty, so you give her some juice, and she just smiles at you with a mouthful of juice, and then just opens her mouth, and it just goes everywhere.
Yep.
And she smiles and laughs. And you're like, no, don't do that. She thinks it's the best game ever.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Kids are weird.
Kids are literally like the worst thing.
Kids can
Like,
be
it's
absolutely
half-term.
adorable, but they can also be
It's
absolutely horror.
I lean more on the latter. Like, it's half term, right? This week. And I went out in town
Last week.
on Tuesday because I had to buy. Well, yeah, sorry, whatever, last week. Because now is next week. You know what I mean. But anyway, last week was half term. And I didn't realise it was half term because I haven't been in school that long that I don't really know when half term is anymore. But I was like, oh, cool, I'll go on a Tuesday. It'll be nice and quiet. And you know, it's just full of like 6-year-olds and the parents who can't be bothered to look after the 6-year-olds. Put a leash on them, please.
The amount of children I nearly run over with my bakery trolley is ridiculous.
Well, my little one will deliberately stand in front of your trolley and shout, "Stop right there!" And as you try and move around him, he will sidestep to make sure you can't.
I'm not talking about the little blue trolleys that they've got. We've got these like pallet kind of ones that stack on top of each other, and they're quite unwieldy at times. So sometimes the wheels can be really funny. So if we're on the shop floor, we have to be really careful. But yeah, the amount of times kids have just like came running around a corner and I've not expected them, and I'm like, ah! I've nearly murdered another child today. Please be careful.
And that's why children should wear leashes.
I'm done. Well, he's got a backpack with a leash that clips onto it, and he wears it.
Naomi has
Yeah,
that as well.
I had reins
Yeah.
when I was little. They're great because it lets you run around a bit, but you can't
Like a horse.
end up in front of a car.
You could also use them for like swings as well, like tying them around. I remember doing that a lot.
I could imagine a kid like tie them around a pole and they just run in circles and like, oh, it's the funnest thing. That seems like something a kid. Yeah, in conclusion, I ate too much food and children shouldn't be allowed in public.
I am actually going to bow out as well because I hurt my back today and it's very uncomfortable sitting in my chair.
Oh, what'd you do?
Bow out and I whacked the middle of my back off of a metal pole because I'm a smart person. I have like a can-size bruise in the middle of my back. So yeah. Well, I didn't actually roll into pole. I kind of like was bending down to label some stuff on the bottom of a shelf. Didn't realize I was further towards the slicing machine, which has a metal arm on the side of it, and then backed up and then literally went like from a 45-degree angle to a 90-degree angle into this pole.
Well, the pole's probably the lesser of the two evils presented there.
Yeah.
But I'd rather back into a pole than a slicing machine.
Oh, it's a bread
I'm a
slicing
Belry.
machine. It's a bread slicing machine, so it has this little swing arm thing that swings out so you can put the bread on it. And that's why I backed
All
it.
I'm imagining is like the thing from like the Close Shave from Wallace and Gromit that has the clippers that come out and then go back in.
So when you said the thing from Wallace and Gromit, my mind immediately went to like John Carpenter's The Thing, but in Wallace and Gromit.
Well, have you not seen the
God, that would be really funky. I would watch that. I would watch that. That sounds
Have you
amazing.
not seen it?
You're listening, Aardman and Aardman, get on it.
I will find it. Hang on.
Was The Wrong Trousers was the one with the sheep, wasn't it? No.
No, that was the
No.
penguin.
That was the penguin, yeah.
Which is the one with the sheep?
Close shave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then for some reason, like, the sheep from it became a children's icon, like 20 years after they made the film. That's Pengu. That's not.
That's Pingu in the thing.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that. It is funny.
It's very good.
I was gonna like soldier on if we were doing Plummet, but if we're doing something else, I'd
Doing something
rather
else
go
I'm
in.
brain dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun. I shall go and lie down and catch you later.
Well, heal up. And we'll
Take
see
care,
you next
Amy.
week, anyway.
Catch you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon,
So-
sweetie.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Just that video.
Oh, sorry, me. Sorry, I was engrossed in Pingu's thing there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
My name's
Same.
Lovely.
Oh dear, not again.
Good, I like.
It's quite spectacularly done.
It's incredibly well done, but holy fuck.
Yeah, I don't
It's still
think they showed this
disturbing.
one on the children's hour actually, but
I doubt
not in
it.
Sweden though. I don't recognize it, so it's lovely.
So, mic check, and to celebrate National Absurdity Day.
Oh, we're not doing National Princess Day.
No.
I had a picture all queued up and everything.
What was your picture then? Let's see.
I'm uploading it now.
That's why you've been so quiet, AJ. You've been like,
That's
I want to
That is
suggest
fantastic,
that
AJ.
it's still applicable.
I kind of hope he went and took that right now.
Yeah, no, that's not a photo. That's a live webcam.
I like the little bow that you somehow got to adhere to your beard.
yeah, you shaved it really quick there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else tempted to try and put pigtails in your hair, Dragon Mate?
Please don't.
One sec, I need to see if I can find a picture.
Is it the one of you of Wednesday Addams? I have that somewhere.
Yeah, that one. There's my princess picture that probably has somewhere for some reason.
I've got all the pictures of you, Belry. You have to remember this.
It's because you keep fucking sending them.
I don't have that picture.
We should
Alright.
be
There you go,
able to
Belry.
stop
Yeah,
doing
there's me
this.
as the princess.
Jesus Christ.
That picture is so more disturbing.
Do you think I make a good princess?
Yes, you do.
I think you look a
Especially
very
that
angry
lovely-
princess.
That is definitely more like
It's
a
a little
Stephen King
petulant.
film.
Fucking hell.
That was the reaction I was waiting for.
I want to
Don't
point
know
out
how else
that I
to
made
respond.
£10.
It's like a mix between Alice in Wonderland and The Shining.
Yes.
A little bit. Just saying.
It's like
Mhm.
the emo Carrie.
Might be, and maybe a little bit of the Wizard of Oz as well. He's just needed
Oh god, yeah.
red shoes as well, so yeah, that would be awesome.
I've
I do
missed
think it
this.
was a bit of a concern how well the dress fit me.
That's not a concern.
I mean, it's better than the only
was-
picture I have of Graham, which is this one.
It's still more flattering than me in the dress. God, I have gotten so much fatter.
What?
I have gotten so much fatter.
Isn't that what everyone always thinks?
No, but like,
Do we
Certainly
all
what
think
my
that Belry has
spirit
gotten fatter?
I
don't-
mean,
well-
I haven't
well-
seen you in like 2 years, dude.
Mic check.
what are those Russian hats with the floppy bits?
I used to have one of them. Someone nicked it off me at uni.
Right, but they should make them, but they have little like earphones or like headphones in the flappy bits. So you can have them
Absolutely.
down. So you have them down to wear them as like headphones, or you can have them up to be like a portable speaker.
You mean like an old school pilot hat?
No,
Yeah.
like the Russian ones.
Oh, I have one of those.
Yeah, so imagine the flappy bits have got like speakers in, so you can wear them down, and there'll be headphones, and you have them up, and you're like a roving
I will
party
make
speaker.
this. I will actually make this.
That sounds like a winning idea. Might be a hit.
I mean, I want royalties for every one you sell.
He says I'm going to sell it. It's mine.
So,
I'm just going to shove my headphones inside of the hat now.
so to celebrate National Absurd Day, starting with Squid, what absurd things pop into your mind? Please keep safety in mind.
Usually whilst browsing the internet, I'm usually assaulted by much absurd shite on wish.com. I don't know where some of the things that they are punting, if anyone ever buys it, but I think that's where most of the absurdity in my life comes from at the moment, other than recording this on a Monday.
That is fair. Dragon?
I've bought some shit.
Oh god,
Oh
I know you
God.
bought some stuff on Wish. You bought the weird fucking Bloodborne character.
Ooh.
It's really difficult to think of absurd things that in any way begin to compare with this. Really.
True.
I'm not sure whether that's a compliment or a horrendous insult.
I
So
will
you can
take
take
it
it how
as one
you
or the
want.
other.
Yep. Whichever you prefer.
Leonida?
Yes. Well, I don't really know what absurd things pop up in my head. It's really hard to think if you start thinking about it. It's like,
Yeah.
no. I mean, most of the things that's absurd is my mind that when I don't do anything, it's constantly running around everywhere, just on anything, thinking weird shit up. But I can't, when I focus on something, my mind is still, so that's a hard one. Maybe anticipating Belry for every Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
What is going to happen tonight, sort of, yeah.
Amy?
Oh, it's hard. I would say all the voices that everybody comes out with sometimes is absurd.
We'll see how it goes.
First episode
No,
I was in
but-
comes to mind. Oh, good lord.
They're because I'm not very. I'm.
We don't speak of it.
I just love your introduction. Is who are you people?
Yeah, pretty much. It is hard. This I don't really know. Because the first thing that immediately popped into my head was YouTube and the makeup industry and YouTube and the life guru people. They're absurd to me. Those people are absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Belry?
I feel like you can't think of an absurdity, it has to come naturally. Like,
Yeah.
also, holy shit, that's a fantastic poster. Sorry, I'm not gonna push again.
Fair enough.
So, legit, like, look at them pins, the free. Pay shipping, but also, there's like Rosie the Riveter, but with Heisenberg's face, and it's We Can Cook It, and I kinda love it. I don't know, like, Wish isn't that bad. Give Wish a chance, that's what I'm saying.
It's very good. That's all it seems to have blocked the links.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, that's right to say.
Right?
It has, yeah. I am
Yep.
looking at them incognito. Because,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, those badges look quite nice, but I doubt they actually look like that.
That's
When you
not
get-
the
Well, I mean,
D20
it's
butt
not
plug
better than-
shakers again.
Belry, it's not
No,
it's,
no,
it's
not
nowhere
this
close to
time.
better
Oh
than
my
the Barrel
god,
of
that
the
is disturbing.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
I do not
that's
approve
weird.
of that.
Proof of what?
The worst thing is
doorstop.
that you need to sign up before you can just like
Yeah.
randomly browse
Really?
a lot of their shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you've bought from
I
them.
just
You're
think-
already fucking signed up.
Yeah, so I didn't know you had to like
Belry.
sign up. Wait, technically yes.
Oh, that,
Yes,
yeah.
where I got
yeah,
that,
I remember that.
It's where I got that wax seal though.
I know.
The
It actually
D20
turned
butt
out
plug was hilarious.
Yes.
Twerk for attack.
Work for attack.
I mean,
yeah.
the doorstop one was even better though.
Oh, the doorstop one was better. It's just amazing. Anyway, AJ.
I'll tell you what's fucking absurd. The government, am I right? Shit.
What's to do with airline food?
I don't Yeah, no, it's
I
like
mean-
that. Like, it's tough to just think of something absurd offhand. Like, what do you think is absurd?
Look outside the window for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, this picture of a strip dancing axolotl.
Yeah, that's pretty absurd.
What the fuck?
Someone sent this to me. I just happened to be scrolling through my pictures, and when you were talking about absurd shit, I was like, this could work.
That's, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the strip club called Anemone of State?
I think so.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
it is,
also,
which is great.
I'm more confused by the very
Include this.
human-looking leg.
Anemone, right?
Anemone of state.
Yeah.
Anemone,
It's got
yeah.
like people legs, but like axolotl arms.
Yeah, that was the bit that confused me. Is like there's like a very human leg going up to that pole.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
But
pleasant.
you know, the crowd looks supportive.
Yeah, they're into it. They're digging it. You know,
yeah.
Look at those
they
talents.
clearly paid to do that.
Do you think I can trust Wish when they're offering me 24 carat 1 ounce gold bullion for free?
Probably not.
It sounds
You're
suspicious.
lucky, I'm still being offered 100 caltrops.
This picture, it's almost like she's got a tragic backstory and they're all cheering her on, like Flashdance or whatever that
Let's
movie's
face
called.
it, that is Belry's next plummet character. I mean, let's not kid ourselves.
If I did that with my legs, my back would also be tragic, so yeah.
Sorry, my next character is going to be a tragic axolotl stripper.
Yes,
I wouldn't put it
exactly.
past you.
Please name it Tethys after my very tragic baby boy. Have you seen the latest photo of him? My friend took a
Such a
photo of him.
character
It's
this.
terrible. I'm gonna try and find that now. Like, I've never seen an axolotl look so stupid, and I live with them. I have 3.
Oh.
That's Tethys.
I never like the constant reminders, though, that I'm definitely old enough to be Belry's dad.
No. Mic check, mic check. Yes, I'm showing up fine. Okay, mic check. Danny.
Hey, it's me, Danny Satchel. Oh Christ, what the hell's that? 1 second.
Late onset puberty hit Belry in his mid-20s.
Hey, I'm Danny Satchel. How y'all doing? I got a fancy new satchel made out of dragon. It's doing alright. But actually, right, I just remembered a story, so I'm going to tell you this story. So I've been getting nosebleeds a lot recently for some reason, and I don't know why, but I have. And I was at work the other day, and I went to blow my nose because I felt really congested. But it turns out I wasn't congested, and a massive blood clot came out, and then just blood came out afterwards.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
That's
my
not
story.
good when you work with food.
You
No,
should
well,
get that
technically I
blood
don't
came
work with food. Technically I work at it with drinks. If you want to be pedantic, but I don't.
I had a lot of random nosebleeds, and it turned out I had ridiculously high blood pressure, which was
But
just
if
making my nose pop.
If I have high blood pressure, I don't want to know, because then I'll be stressed about having high blood pressure, and it'll just make my blood pressure higher.
That's true. On the other hand, though, you don't want to die,
I mean,
I assume.
He might, you never
I
know.
suppose not yet. Anyway, I guess.
Not enough people have heard his story.
I had a
Yeah,
good run.
about my giant nose blood clot.
I had a really bad nosebleed last night, but that's because it was a fucking light show like a bastard, and I can't deal with it anymore.
I've had a bloody nose this past week, but not like a bleeding nose, no.
Like, were you punched or something?
No, it's just like sometimes my nose just gets, I don't know why, it's not like a nosebleed, but it's like my snot is all, yeah. I don't know. It's like a bloody nose. I don't know why.
Oh. Maybe, like, I don't know, like, maybe in bed, and, like, you know, like, when your arms move in bed and you punched yourself in the face.
No.
No.
I did that
I
to my
typically
ex once and she
refrain from
wasn't
punching
happy.
myself in the face.
I turned over and I punched my ex in the face and she wasn't happy.
I've
But
done that in
she-
my sleep by accident.
Yeah.
I've been punched by
The
other
best-
people several times.
The
but
best
I've been
part
punched.
was, though, that she waited until the morning to tell us.
Well, you wouldn't wake them up.
No, exactly. Or if you're in a bad mood about it, though, you kind of kick them back.
Yeah, I might hurt them back, but I wouldn't wake them up.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like one begets the other.
Martin's a starfish, so he kind of like spreads out all over the bed. So that means like his arm will come like across to my side, and I have been hit in the face a few times. He's always like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." It's like, "It's fine. I always kick you back. It's okay."
What are these mysterious bruises that I keep waking up with?
Why is my knee always sore? Well.
Oh, bless his cotton sock. Really, you're the villain in this piece because he's doing it through no conscious will of his own.
I do it in my sleep, and he does the same back. It's
Nah, the way you told it made it sound like this is premeditated. And like you're doing it on purpose.
Dragon, do you remember something I sent you last week that I said, this is what I'm using for plummet, don't let me lose this?
No.
That's my week, I bled a lot.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ooh,
Yes.
that sounded, yeah.
That sounds quite like you as well.
I bleed a lot.
You get nosebleeds a lot.
Typically it's not too bad. There's been worse.
Oh, also I need to buy some gel insoles.
Some what?
Like gel insoles for your shoes.
Oh,
Why?
right.
Because, right, I haven't worn a pair of shoes in like 6 years. I've only worn boots. And I got some shoes for work like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, they just need wearing in. But no, I think it's because like the soles are so comparatively thin to what I'm used to. It's like there's less like cushion, I guess. Just
Yeah.
make my feet so sore.
And firstly, I haven't worn shoes in almost 10 years, it must be at least, because I've worn my boots for fucking generations.
Yeah, but all the fucking like cleaning shit on the floor, I guess, has just absolutely ruined my Doc Martens. A, I don't think my cowboy boots would be appropriate for work, and B, I don't want to ruin them either. So I just went to like Shoe and got like a pair of like 60 quid cheapies just for that. There you go, that's the exciting life of Belry. Someone who's more interesting say something now.
How can it be more interesting than you, Belry?
Because it didn't include a like 2-minute tirade about fucking gel soles. That's...
It's fine, I'm just going to save all this and put it out at the end of the year.
I didn't think we were that desperate for content.
That's what happens when your mic check goes like 8 minutes and you've not only done like 2 people.
Yeah.
Amy, mic check.
My weekend has been usual. I'm very sleepy today.
Mic check, AJ.
Hey, I'm still here. Yeah, I don't know. This is just me talking. As usual, I don't have anything to say. Oh, I got today's Val the Gingerbread Pal. Gingerbread ingredients: wheat flour, sugar, vegetable oils, partially inverted refined syrup, ginger spice, raising agent, soya flour. I've got that waiting for me.
Did you say ginger?
I did say ginger. It was
Okay.
a long way down the list of ingredients though, which is a little bit.
Because I was waiting for ginger and I'm like, did I hear ginger?
Or did I imagine it?
To the nearest 5, which place is ginger in an ingredients of a ginger cake?
No, like I thought I didn't hear ginger. That's what messed us.
Yeah, but it was in there.
Good.
Mic check, Lenida.
Today's story is going to be very interesting. I have a really nice thing to read to you here. It says QWERTYURTYYUIJKLZXZVB. Can you feel that? That was exciting, wasn't it?
That's
Yes.
almost the most secure password you could possibly have.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm slightly disturbed.
maybe if you went Swick and Swedish, we would have understood it.
Well, I actually left out the Swedish letters, so yeah, that was a totally.
Do you have buttons for the Swedish letters on your keyboard?
Yes, we have.
Ah.
It's O, Ä, and Ö. So,
Why do
and,
you put just 3 extra letters on a keyboard?
At the
That would
end.
completely mess up the real estate of a keyboard.
The real estate of a keyboard.
No, I mean on those letters you have some special marks and stuff like that. Only that.
Yeah.
So
You just have 3 extra like buttons. Like where? Where?
You're
No,
getting
it's-
steadily quieter the more noisy
Yeah.
you sound, Belry.
Because
it's
I'm
not.
googling a
It's not
Swedish
three.
keyboard to see where they go.
The O is right next to the P, and then the 2 others are right next to the L. So
Yeah.
there's no extra keys. It's just a normal keyboard. but we've switched out the special signs on those keys for you that you use with our letters.
Fair enough.
It's not that strange, Belry.
Or
Where do you put the letters you're missing? Or the symbols you're missing?
I think we put them on just other keys using the Alt-GR button and maybe similar stuff. I don't know exactly how it differs, but I guess we have 3 signs on some keys that you don't, probably.
Oh god, yeah. So looking up at this particular Swedish keyboard, some of these keys are just an absolute clusterfuck of symbols.
You are so quiet, Belry.
It's because I keep looking away to look at the picture of the weird Swedish keyboard.
Yeah, well, I have a Nordic variant as well, so I actually got 2 of the letters are actually the Norwegian and the Danish spelling of those letters as well, because it
Is that the one that looks like an A and E melded together?
Yes, that's the Norwegian one.
I thought that was a Greek letter.
Or like a really old English one. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, that could be my mic check.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ash?
Tabby McTat was a busker's cat, but he meowed that was loud and strong, and this isn't going to go very far because he's already tried to steal the book away from me.
No.
He saw me pick it up and made a beeline straight for me, unfortunately. So I'm sorry, there's no story time tonight, but there's a mic to check anyway.
you need like a decoy book to throw across the room.
I'm not sure it works like that.
Just buy 2 of every books just to have 1 to read on the mic check.
Yep. Let us record the mic check at least. So, starting at the bottom with Leda. Tell me who your character is, give me a character description, and tell me your favourite stuntman trick.
Yeah, hello there. It's Sneaky McDuggins. And yeah, he's
wasn't ready,
I'm a dwarf magician. Yes, and yeah, I've been living in Hell Mountain all my life. The name Sneaky comes from my mother. Yeah, everyone wants to be a rogue, you know, in these parts. You know, just because yeah, it's dark. It's always dark. So I got the name Sneaky, but I thought, what the fuck? I'm too smart to be a fucking rogue. I want to be a magician so I can get some light in this fucking dark place. So that's how I became a magician. Yeah. So, yeah, don't let the name fool you. I'm not sneaky at all. And my favorite stunt trick, that is, yeah, that's probably, you know, the one running around in a circle while being chased by 3 dragons. I think I saw that somewhere in on a wall, because I was the only one who could see because I could make it light. Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah, that just came. I didn't, you know.
You just came, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, it was like, what the fuck? I was thinking of doing, I don't know what, but I thought like a hushed voice, but it just came out. So now I have to stick with this for the rest of the evening. Nice.
This is just a mic check. You can change between this and the main one if you really want.
Yeah, I know.
AJ.
I don't know whether to save the voice till we're recording the
Test
episode.
your voice
but,
now so I can see what voice it is that's going to show up.
That's true, actually, yeah, because it's. Well, howdy there. My name is Old Jim. I'm 63 years young, and I'm a prospector. I got a long, wispy old beard and a set of coveralls and a hat that's lasted me near 5 summers now. Can't start it. I feel like this is immediately going downhill.
Last year, your character lasted, I think it was the first hour, and then it gave up on that voice, so...
Yeah, last year I was doing like a kind of, what was it, like...
You're doing like Danny Satchel voice?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. That one really gave up real quick. But yeah, sure, a couple of chompers in my head, but there's gold in them there hills. My favorite stuntman trick was when my buddy Billy rode a log flume all the way down the mighty Mississippi. We never saw him again.
Oh, Jesus.
Some say he's still out there, riding the waves.
Belry.
Oh, god damn it. I'm at the top again.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Of course.
You're still third in this list of people to do it, so...
Why do I always pick, like, alphabetically early names?
We don't know,
Because you
Belry.
enjoy being picked on.
Yeah.
I don't. It just happens a lot.
Hey, I'm Balthazar, jump in backdraft.
I'm the reddest stuntman that ever lived. Fucking hell.
Somewhere between Batman and James Brown.
Your love. Can't get enough of your love, babe.
Barry White.
Oh, is that all you said?
James Brown.
Get
What's the
up.
difference between James
Get up.
Brown and Barry White?
Get up, get on up. Get on the scene like a sex machine.
We're gonna have so many clips of you singing in weird voices.
Yeah, this is gonna be hoarse voice evening.
Get up. You may know me from the time I jumped them 12 carts on my horse. Sparkle Dust. That's the name of my horse. But now I'm here in the twilight of my youth to do my last big trick or die trying.
And your favourite stunt? Is it just the jumping over the cart?
No, do you know what's actually really cool? You know those like balls where you put like motorbikes in the ball and then people go around the ball?
Yeah.
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 Those are pretty sweet.
They are, yes.
It's even cooler when you've got like 3 people doing them on tiny motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And finally,
I'm going to level with you, I don't know a lot about stuntmen.
is that why you chose to play one, to increase your knowledge?
Yes.
Right. Ash.
Good evening, fair gentlefolk. I am Asher Penhello, and I pray thee do not allow the horns and the tail to confuse you, for verily I am here to help. And my favourite stunt is trick horseback riding.
Oh.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am the filling in the sandwich of names. Or at very least the butter.
The Buddha.
Yeah, and you have the cucumber
Butter.
AJ
Oh,
under you.
right, I thought you said you're the Buddha. I don't know why I
So
thought
in
you
this
said you're the
metaphor,
Buddha,
in this metaphor is also butter. But what is dragon if AJ is cucumber?
Is it too late to actually play the next reincarnation of the Dalai Lama in this game?
Yes. Yes.
Fair enough.
Well,
But
dragon might
only
be
if
some
you-
sort of condiment.
But then that would literally just be a cucumber sandwich.
Yes, of course.
And I don't know if you've had a cucumber sandwich, but they're really shit.
They are traditional.
Alright with a bit of
aren't they?
cheese.
A bit of cheese, maybe. Cheese
But
cheese
then-
then.
Go with cucumber?
Then
A
it would
good
be a
Stilton.
cheese sandwich.
Why would
Then
I
it would be a
cheese?
cheese sandwich.
I'm allergic to dairy.
Yeah, that's really
Well,
insensitive,
yes,
actually.
Well, in
Just
fairness,
because, but-
why would you have that much butter on if you're allergic to dairy?
Margarine?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Dairy
She
free
isn't
butter.
butter, though.
Well,
She
if
isn't
it'll-
butter. Like, I
if it'll
can be
make
butter
things
because
easier.
I'm not allergic to dairy.
Yeah, if it makes things easier,
Yeah.
I eat way too much cheese, so I'll be the cheese and Dragon can be the cucumber.
It would be like me saying I'll be like jam in a sandwich. I can't be jam because I'm diabetic.
Right.
I mean, I do like jam. I'm just using that as an excuse. Although I don't like jam sandwiches because it makes the bread go soggy.
Well, I mean,
What kind of
peanut
jam
butter
are
jelly
you having that
sandwiches.
makes the bread
Oh,
soggy?
I hate soggy bread. It is one of the very few things that makes me physically gag.
Soggy bread.
Soggy bread.
Sounds like a good band name.
It does
Right,
sound
and
like
bread
there
and
is a
butter puddings
band.
and stuff like that, but that's about it.
There is a band called The Sound of Bread.
Yeah, well, soggy bread sounds better. Seems like, yeah, playing some, South State.
Smooth jazz with soggy bread.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see that working, but now I've just got like the song Baggy Trousers,
Yes.
Yeah,
I do know the song Baggy
but
Trousers.
instead of baggy trousers, soggy bread.
yeah, that
Not
works
got the
as well.
same number of syllables, it wouldn't work as a
It's
direct
not the same
comparison.
number of syllables.
Soggy bread, da da, soggy bread, da da, soggy bread. Da,
Better off going soggy baguette.
bread. Soggy baguette.
baguette would
Yeah,
be
that
better.
works.
Soggy what?
I think
Baguette.
that was croissant.
Soggy baguette.
Soggy baguette.
Yeah. Yeah.
Soggy
Oh,
baguette.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
so it's
right.
only one baguette. Yeah.
Right, we will try desperately to get on to actually recording the episode, so...
Yeah, when
Yes.
you said we get through these quickly.
Yeah, we now broke the mic check. That's the first test.
The mic check has gone 10 minutes already, so yeah.
I know. And we're
Okay.
already a sandwich.
Anywho, this draws us to the end of
On the spot with Belry and
On
friends.
the Spot with Belry and Friends. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll do another one of these episodes at some point in the future. Hopefully we'll involve less talk about Belry's fleshlight.
Don't you make promises you can't keep.
I was just like,
There is a reason that we do not have some members of our cast broadcast live.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a reason we don't do live.
It's because they're all not as good as improv as I am.
Yes,
Right.
dear.
So, it's good night from us and good night from Belry. Say good night, Belry.
No, sorry, I have a mouthful of Doriaki again. Fuck.
And good night from everyone else. Say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, edit this in at the beginning.
You want me to edit you saying good night in at the beginning?
No, I want you to leave it like that.
Right.
He just
okay.
wants that bit of him saying that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to learn to say goodnight in Japanese, Belry. That's the only way we're gonna save this.
I should know that actually. I've watched enough anime. Comes up and not there.
I know, and I can't remember it either.
Me neither. I'm gonna have to Google it.
Am I gonna wait for you to Google this and say it in Japanese?
No,
No?
because that would be like lame.
Would it now? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, stopping the recording.
Oyasumi nasai.
Huh?
Oyasumi nasai.
Are you gonna copy that, Belry, or are you just going to smile and nod?
No, I'm munching again.